Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Yeah, I had a couple of horses that raced really well without sort of winning on the through the week. Took little Lorenzetti up to Benalla Cup Day. Geez, a massive crowd up there. It was fantastic. I'm sure the club will be wrapped with what they saw up there on Benalla at people everywhere. Look, and he just had no luck. He sort of drew a reasonable gate, and I thought he was just going to sort of slide back into a nice spot, and he ended up getting caught 3 and 4 deep, and come around the corner, sort of vying for the lead, sort of 6, 7 deep. So, and just sort of found wanting the last 100 or so. But any sort of luck at all, he's sort of right in the finish. So he'll probably head off to Bendigo on Saturday week and go to a mile, sort of 3-year-old race. He's going to be right around about the mark. Little colt called MUTANAASEO. He's just ticking over beautifully. He ran second up over 1750 at Geelong the other day, and he just sort of got back and tracked into it nice, and just finished off really strong. So I was really happy with him. He'll go up to a 2200 metre race now. He's third starting a race up to 2200. Genuine staying horse. Go to Ballarat. If he's right around about the mark, we'll probably take him to the Geelong Classic after that. But at the end of the day, he'd want to be pretty competitive in a 2200 metre race at Ballarat. A horse called Honeywine. Geez, this horse has had absolutely no luck at all. The other day at Geelong, you could not make ground out wide, and he ended up coming around the corner bloody 6 deep or something, and only got beaten a couple of lengths. And I thought he went super. Any luck at all, he's right in the finish, that horse. So yeah, make sure you follow him. I'm not sure where I'm going to take him now, but I'll go to a 2000 metre race somewhere and probably ride him a bit more positive. And he's got his foot absolutely on the till, that horse. Okay, now runners this week. Friday night at the Valley, our fast little filly, Fil The Flute, she goes back to the Valley. Look, she's won at 58 grade, then we took it to Adelaide and she won at 64 grade. Now she goes up to 70 grade, so we'll just take baby steps with her at the moment. She seems to have worked up good through the week. She's held her body condition, and she's eating well. So I've got no reason why she won't perform just as well as what she has done. Drew a nice gate. She's going to come out of barrier 2 or 3. All depends on the scratchings, but there's no rocket science, is it? Just kicking the guts out of the gates and sort of let her rip and hold your breath late. But her last 2 starts, she's sort of been really strong at the line, so she only has to sort of reproduce that, and she'll be right in the finish at the Valley on Friday night. Now we head off to Kyneton through the day on Friday. A couple of maideners having their first up run. Mannza, he's going super. Really nice staying 3-year-old type. He'll step out in a 1450. I think he's drawn the right sort of gate there in the middle of the field. He should be able to bowl out and be running probably 4th or 5th early, and then sustain that sort of pressure right to the line. He needs to run the first couple there to sort of get out of this ballot situation, which is a little bit hard at the moment, but I expect that horse to sort of finish around about the placings. He seems to be going good, and I actually looked at him this morning. I thought he's glowing in the coat and everything, so he's sort of right where you want him right at this stage. Horse called Rusty Number. He's going to take a few starts to come up, this horse. He's a bit of a big dummy. He's a massive horse. He drew the outside there, so we'll probably jump out and go back, and he'll probably struggle sort of to keep up with them, but probably just take 2 or 3 runs to sort of get sort of to a distance he's going to be suited. And also he just needs a bit of race education. He's a bit of a big dummy and does a bit wrong. Petronas, she's been around about the mark. She won a few starts back, and she's been around about the mark. I thought she went fair the other day at Pakenham. Got back and sort of ran home, but goes back up to the 1450 again. Drew an okay gate, so I'm going to kick it in the guts and put it forward, and hopefully we can be 2nd, 3rd rather than 5th, 6th. And she sort of seems to be sort of sitting back in the field and then running past 2 or 3 up the straight. So we're just going to ride it a little bit more closer and see how we go there. But fitness is good, and she's nice and sound, doing everything right. Okay, now Saturday we head off to Murtoa. Now Prince Ziggy won really well the other day, and he goes back up there to Murtoa. I just reckon the track would probably suit him. I was going to toss up whether to go to there or Tatura with him, but I just thought Murtoa was the better option. Hopefully he can just sort of half-pie draw a gate. Jack Hill goes back on, who won on him last start. We'll just be positive early and try and he'll probably lead, sit outside the leader, or be running 3rd or something like that. It's a track that does sort of suit on speed horses, and certainly barriers do play into play a little bit there. It's the inside does tend to favour. You can get sort of shoved, really wide on the corner there at Murtoa. So hopefully he can put 2 together. SAKHEE'S Soldier, he's had a couple of little issues. The horse, I think we're on top of that. He'll go up to the Murtoa Cup. Dylan Dunn's going to ride him. Top jockey Dylan Dunn going up to Murtoa. So we'll probably get a bit of a head start there with having a rider of that calibre riding up there at Murtoa. Dylan will give him a good ride. We're probably going to be a little bit more positive with him. We've sort of been running in really good grade in Melbourne. We're jumping out, going back, and he's sort of half-pie been running home. So So he's at a stage now, he's up to 2,000 metres. We'll just be that little bit more positive and hopefully settle 4th or 5th rather than sort of 8th or 9th. And, you know, massive drop in grade to what he's been running in, obviously. So be really keen to sort of see him. If he goes well, I'll probably back him up the following Saturday in the Hamilton Cup. Righto, Sunday, we'll head up to Tatura on Sunday. I'll take INASTRIDE up there. He's won, I'm not sure if it was this meeting, but I know he won there last year. Same sort of grade to what he's been racing in. I might even claim on him, put Trent on him and sort of go forward, and the 3 kilos might just find that extra sort of length or so that he's been lacking. He's done nothing wrong his last 2 starts. He's let him up, he's given a good kick, he's been very brave, but he's just been getting run down late. Whether the 3 kilo claim might help him, but if he draws a wide gate, I want probably more a senior rider on him. So I'll just have a look and see how the fields come out. But, you know, Tatura, you know, around there, that sort of distance suits him. 58 grade sort of suits. So we'll see how we go. But INASTRIDE, he's done nothing wrong his last 2 starts. Just needs a little bit of luck.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse called INASTRIDE. He's run second his last 2 starts, second at Mildura, second at Swan Hill. On Sunday he'll go to Tatura. He's won track and distance and grade as well before. Yeah, so I'd say he'll bowl along in front, and like he has the last 2 starts, he's just sort of got nabbed late by 2 short price favourites. But yeah, Tatura, he's won there, so yeah, there's no reason why he can't win again.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. What a week this week at Flemington, eh? Winks is back down for the Turnbull, which is fantastic. I think if you go to the races, you get to see Chautauqua as well. I think they're going to, I don't know if they're going to do an exhibition gallop, but they're probably going to parade him. So, yeah, springtime in Melbourne, nothing better, is it? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens with Winks, but I'm sure she'll just continue winning on her merry way. But yeah, good day. If you get down to Flemington, I'm sure it will be a beauty. Until next week, see you later. Hang on, you mob, can you be quiet, please? Well, I couldn't think. Is it level?